the middle of the campaign, there was a clip from last year on the Opie and Jim show where I thought it was going to be like a bit where they're like, we got Donald Trump calling in. And I was listening to it on YouTube and I'm like, oh, I bet that Donald Trump's going to call in as he's running for president. And then they answer it and it's just this radio show. They're like, Donald, how you doing? He's like, hey, how you guys doing this morning? He's like, it's in the middle of a huge campaign.
If Google's ever like, you know what, YouTube's a losing thing, we're just close down all of the servers. Like, the federal government would have to jump in. They're too big to fail. That catalog of information benefits.
I had a lot of compilations of myself, both musical and favorited on my account. I don't care if you bring the rest of YouTube back. Just send me those videos. This is an executive order.
Or it's just like, here's your salt and pepper shakers and all your soups and everything. Do you have any MSG? I love to smother everything I have with MSG on it. You know, on my plate especially.
That's a good impression.
If he pardoned Kyle, that would be the best timeline.
Yeah.
For whatever happened, he's like, I've followed these videos on YouTube for years. Favorite channel. Actually, I started to dislike him a little more when I learned that he's not Russian. But he's still a very cool guy. And Mr. Kyle Lamar Byers, you are pardoned, and all your guns are returned. That would,
but not the
that
bump
would
stocks.
be the he would be my
That'd be
favorite
so funny
president of all time.
I'd like him too.
If he pardoned. Hey, who doesn't like to get a little high? That'd be so fucking funny. Actually, you know what? A tag onto the end of this pardon to get all the Democrats on board. You know, I'm actually putting through legislation to make exactly what Mr. Myers is accused of doing legal.
All you have to do is deny it. You get away with it.
And
It's
I'm
working for
giving
both
him
sides now.
a surplus tag as an apology from our great nation.
That's my favorite timeline. Yeah, I like this.
Yeah, I go along with that.
Talk to a lot of smart people, a lot of good people. They say all the best thing comes in twos. That's judicial, that's executive. I'm tired of legislative. No more of that branch. We're going all judicial, all executive. I'm choosing all the judges. I have
Because
a lot
it
of
always
experience in sex toys. I have the best sex toys.
He's
You
going to
know?
be consulting Ivanka.
A lot of them are Russian, actually.
Next season of House of Cards, how funny would it be if like some like really, really rich entrepreneur style guy came in and challenged Underwood for the ticket, and he started doing all this same kind of shit of, you know, talking shit. Maybe it could be Trump. Maybe, you know, throw.
They literally hire Trump after he's impeached.
Starring President.
That's how you get
Yes,
the
guest
news.
starring President Trump.
like the fucking show comes on, the credits are rolling, right? Robin Wright pen. Oh yeah, great. She's back this season again. Then you guys, President Donald J. Trump. As
What?
Can you imagine how often he would make mistakes and like break the fourth wall like Frank, but not in like the tactful way and like the he doesn't know how to act well kind of way, where he'd be like, now, Mr. President, I mean, incumbent Trump, that's your, you know, competitor, you know, candidate Trump is your fucking character now. You got to tell Underwood that you're not afraid of him. It's like, Underwood, I'm absolutely not afraid of you. I'm coming after you, just like I came against all of my opponents in the real election, Hillary Clinton, and like, no, oh my God, oh, we're still on the first scene. Can we we can't rewrite it? We can't. We already booked him. Fuck. Okay. Send him back to Mar-a-Lago, I guess. I don't know. we're gonna
Where's Alec
GFX him
Baldwin
in.
with that? Can we get Alec Baldwin to fill in?
Oh man, that would be fucking funny if he like guest starred in a.
That would make my life complete. Like above all and beyond anything, just let him guest star in an episode of House of Cards from prison.
No, I used to, but it wasn't that. It was like, I don't know. I'd make 32 grand and get like a 34 grand offer. Like, fuck you guys. I'm going to go work here instead.
Yeah. Oh. I can't get over telling a guy to stack plates or you suck his dick. That's so funny.
Yeah.
That's great.
That's gay chicken.
It's kind of a...
It's not harassment. That's like, you know, you just go together. Like, all right, I've stacked the plates now, or I've not stacked the plates. Let's see where this goes.
It's not a bad
boys
offer.
being boys.
It's a win-win, dude. You either stack the plates, you do your job, and you collect your paycheck, or you get blown. I don't know.
What would you have done if he hadn't stacked the plates? Or did it incompetently? Put them upside down?
Just furiously pulling at his pants. Get over here.
It's just locker room talk.
This is just locker room talk. It's all jokes. I once told one of my financial managers, I said, you make 5% on this investment or I'm going to suck your cock. Guess what? 7% that year.
Oh, that would be the funniest fucking thing for Trump to say to any foreign leader. He's like, we're gonna get Assad under control. I told him last time, no more gassing, or I'm gonna suck his cock. He was startled. Thank you. Didn't expect that. Did not
He kept
expect
looking at the
this.
translator. He didn't understand. He didn't understand.
He kept looking at this
like this.
hideous woman standing next to him who was doing goofy signs and things for what I was saying. Didn't care for it. Not one bit. I told him, I'll suck your dick too, bitch. I'll suck every cock in Syria, if that's what it takes. That's the president we need.
Trump's approach to diplomacy is fantastic.
It's the president we deserve.
We don't need
we'll want
to
that.
spend all this money on a wall when a very long moat would do just as well.
The
Is
moat!
it cheaper?
Oh,
A moat
it's
has
much
to be
cheaper to
cheaper.
dig a hole than to make a wall or a pole or
You're
something.
making
I
a
would think.
lot of sense here. You can't tunnel under a moat.
You send a
Probably
couple
can.
$1 million to Cambodia.
Here?
They send us their most dangerous crocodiles.
They have to
Put
send
'em in the moat.
sappies in to get underneath that fucking moat. Yeah, and you put some wild animals in there.
Sappers.
Too. Yeah, the sappies. Bunch of British guy with those like pan hats,
Those
like
flat
shoveling
helmets.
underneath this thing. Those Mexicans will never get under there. They can climb a
Cambodia's
wall,
not
but they won't
sending
dig
their
underneath the
best
moat.
crocodiles. They're sending their dangerous crocodiles. Their worst of the
Well,
crocodiles.
but yes, we want Cambodia's worst crocodiles. You know,
I would
They're-
support a moat, and I think if we could get that to Mr. Trump, he would as well. He would get it done ahead of schedule and under budget.
now he's way too garish and gaudy to go along with a moat. Be like, well, but where's my name gonna go on the boat? You can't write my name on the boat. How is anyone at the year 2,300 gonna possibly know that Donald Trump had something to do with the construction of this wall unless it is labeled every 60 feet, as I've discovered, is the appropriate amount to have it there. I've spoken to a lot of people about this, a lot of very smart, very intelligent people. I respect all of them. You would too.
He'll,
You know,
do,
like that-
he'll do studies like Disney did with trash cans.
A really hardline Republican stance,
Dude,
and that makes sense.
Trump has a lot of support in prison because Trump is all about a lot of prison reform stuff because it saves money.
Mhm.
And so
Mhm.
like all of those black guys who sell crack and that sort of thing, literally that's what they're in for. Big Trump people, big Trump
Mhm.
guys. Not that,
Interesting.
of course they can't vote. Well, I mean that one did. But
Yeah.
they're not supposed to.
Somehow.
Yeah, how does that sneak through? Or I guess like it probably would easily sneak through, right?
I've
Like,
been
they're
trying to
just
tell you for
counting
years.
ballots.
I mean, Trump's been trying to tell you since 2016 about the voter fraud, Taylor, and everybody laughs at it.
Listen, Taylor, would you?
Just open your ears to Trump's
Mm-hmm.
Once again,
cogent
Don't treat
arguments.
this man like a liar, Taylor. Donald Trump. was
until
talking
he
about-
threatens to suck another foreign leader's dick, I'm off. I'm off.
that you
Taylor-
team Bernie.
I've enjoyed these a lot. Can you do an impression of Trump threatening to suck the leader of Japan's cock for me?
What's his name? Abe or something? Yeah,
Shinto Abe, I don't know what the fuck your name is. It's in a bunch of goofy symbols, but I'm gonna suck your cock if you don't do what I want you to do. It's not fair. If you don't, if I swear to God, you don't do what I want you to do, I'm gonna get on my knees right now. Don't eat, and I'm gonna give you the best head of your life. Lots of good people, lots of smart people are talking about how good I am at sucking cock.
the rock of finding it.
This is not
Good
what I
luck
expect
finding it.
from a Trump meeting. I try to tell him about immigration. He says to me, I will suck your cock if you do not lower trade restriction. And I believe him.
I believe. I believe.
Hey.
Best believe it.
I wish I had characters in my comedic arsenal. It's something I don't have, so I'm always very amused when I get a little taste of that.
I hear you, man.
Oh, that's most
These
of
guys
my
both do it so well.
most of my tenure here.
Either subscribe, donate, or get the fuck out.
I'll suck every cock in Syria if that's what it takes.